Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Danno and Frank, the Patriot Bald Eagle. Tonight we are drinking Tim Hortons. If you had to hit pause on this video to get your beverage, coffee, or whatever beverage you deem necessary, go ahead and do so now. Guys, we're going to get right into it here. Been getting a lot of comments lately on different food shortages and price increases all around the country and around the world. Okay, now we've been covering this the last couple days because it has been pretty crazy. I went to Kroger the other day, as most of you saw in today's video earlier. Prices are going up on virtually everything but holiday baking items. Even some holiday baking items have gone up, even when they say they're on sale, and they weren't on sale and went over price. Okay, now that happens. You know, when we see regular prices jump up, we'll see sale prices jump up as well. Getting some comments and a couple emails of some different photos. I've gotten a couple photos on what looks to be at Walmart where there's like virtually no spaghetti. We've seen this. I've gotten photos like this over the last month as well. We've talked about it, but not to really the extreme of what we're going to be talking about with it tonight. Some of the same viewers sent us photos of spaghetti was one. Seemed like the biggest one. Bread seems to be an issue as well. And as to where we've been seeing less and less bread at some of our stores, we are seeing it get filled with other items. Now, we saw these kind of things back during the summer with produce when we were getting, when there were a lot of different shortages of produce due to weather and all these other things that they say. And we've had droughts and things like that, so it's understandable. But like the banana aisle, if you see your banana aisle in most different stores now, at least around Cincinnati here, we've seen bananas get cut in like half. Right, their stores aren't selling as many bananas. Either they're not getting as many in, or what's going on, but they're putting different things in different aisles with bananas, like extra melons, different things like that. Some other issues that we are having is over-the-counter medicine. Had a longtime viewer of ours sent us a photo in an email of it virtually looking empty. No Tylenol, there was a couple things of ibuprofen that I saw, and then there was another photo of different cold medicines that were gone. And some of the prices, you know, I don't know, guys. Prices have been going up on over-the-counter medicines here in the States as well. I haven't seen many shortages, but we did get another comment from one of our viewers up in Michigan. That's right, Michigan. We have a few longtime viewers in Michigan that send me photos from time to time, and some of the different shortages. It was the same viewer that sent us a couple photos of rice that was disappearing a couple months ago. And it looked like their medicine was very low. Not as low as our Canadian friend, but still very low. So we have to pay attention to some of these things going forward. Kind of, you know, I know this sounds urgent, okay? And I guess in some ways it is. We need to start paying attention to some of these things right now. We got to make sure that we're looking at these things. If you're new to the channel, this is what we do. We keep you in the know of everything going on in the stores to make sure that products are coming in, for one. Two, how much these prices are. Where can we save? How can we save? Whether it's through digital coupons or ordering online, or what are some of our options? Well, the biggest one here, and I've gotten a few different of our viewers here. One, a new subscriber from just a couple days ago. Thank you for subscribing. Pet food. Pet food is becoming an issue again. I was actually talking with my mom the other day, and she couldn't believe how expensive the dry cat food has gotten in a couple years. It's been a while since she's had to buy any cat food. But rest in peace for her cat. But she couldn't believe how expensive some of these dry cat food is getting. Well, it's not just the price anymore, guys. It looks like it's disappearing again. Now, the other day I was at Kroger and we saw inconvenience stickers everywhere. And that's something that we haven't seen a lot of at Kroger lately, right? They put these stickers up. Sorry for the inconvenience. They will replace it as soon as they get it. Well, they're not getting it because the stickers are still there. Frisky seems like it's kind of going out the door. Fancy Feast, as to where they had some, it was not as much as usual. Gotten several photos of empty pet food shelves from a few different viewers, and it's like, how does this happen again? Like, how is this, you know? And then I guess I question these things because, you know, it's like with the baby formula, right? The baby formula. Similac was having so many problems, like a factory fire, and then they had another factory fire, and then this, and this, and this. You know, it just goes on and on and on and on. At what point, you know, does some other company step up and say, you know what, we're going to take care of you? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it did. It was the UK and Australia. Australia came to our rescue with the Bubs baby formula, and the UK came to our rescue with the Kindamil. Thank you. Thank you to our friends overseas that helped us out with that are still helping us out with that well over a year later. Guys, I said it once, I'll say it 1,000 more times. We need to make sure that we are preparing for the future. We need to make sure that we are stocking up on the things that we know we can stock up on, the things that are in our budgets. You know, we plan on visiting some more value. Well, when I say value stores, I mean stores that don't charge as much. You know, like Dollar Tree, $1.25 for things. If you're on a tight budget, that can really help you. But in the future of things, it's, you know, you're not getting as much. You know, it is less quantity usually. Sometimes you can find some really good deals at Dollar Tree, though. And we will be visiting Dollar Tree here soon. Had some things I had to do. As we get closer and closer to the holidays, we get busy with a lot of things. Also, thank you all for all the cards that you have been sending, Christmas cards. Jessica has been working like crazy, making all the cards to send them back. If you would like to send us a card, our information is down in the description box with our P.O. box and all that, which it's Ventures with Danno, P.O. Box 58585, Cincinnati, Ohio 45258. So I don't put print and stuff on the videos anymore because I had some issues with editing and that stuff, so may go over it again here at the end. But it is in our About section of what our channel is about, so you can find our post office box there too. Thank you all who have sent those. But guys, we've been getting, I got a photo of somebody who took a picture of their cereal. I was shocked. And I'll tell you what, you know, it's like, I respect everybody's privacy. I could probably figure out how to put the photos on here, but I don't know. I don't want that to tie back to anybody. And you know, we always talk about your privacy is safe with us. I'm never going to tie anything that goes back to your name or anything like that. So don't worry about that. If you see anything, different shortages or some very high unusual price increases, make sure you do take a photo and send it to me. I'm not, you know, as to where I'm pretty good with digital coupons and grocery stores. I'm not very tech savvy when it comes to all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it was kind of weird seeing the cereal very low, but at the same time, we know that we're having shortages of grains, wheat, these kind of things. These are ingredients that go into cereal. So, you know, we had it. Remember the shortage of Cheerios like a few months ago? Cheerios was gone. Like, I'd find like a box or two, and it would be one that looked like somebody stepped on. That's why they weren't buying it. Cheerios is coming back, but, you know, was that the start? We even talked about that. Is this the start of seeing less and less cereal? But it's not like it was like a couple years ago where this stuff just wasn't coming in, right? We're seeing it come in now, maybe at a slower pace. We always talk about the 2-week rule where if you see something and there's like a major shortage, unless it's like sugar or salt or pet food or things that we're seeing all over the nation, right? All around the world, you know, then yeah, we want to pay attention, but give it that second week, right? Because if you shop at Aldi or Walmart, and you don't see an item for a time you're there. If it looks very suspicious, if it looks very like some of the frozen foods, some of the different frozen vegetables and frozen fruits and bird's eye, which has been very low lately, you know, if you see that, sure. I mean, take whatever picture you want and send it to me. Make sure if you do, make sure you send, like, at least abbreviate the state so I know what state you're in. That way we can kind of compare notes and see what's going on across the country. California, guys. California. One of our viewers was asking me to speak on some about California. We've gotten a few comments from some of our viewers out in California. The prices are going up there again, and what are already unaffordable prices are through the roof. Like, and we know this. We know because people are moving out of California, right? They're moving to Arizona, Nevada, anywhere they can. So much to the point to where a few of our viewers who have moved to Arizona from California have talked about prices getting up almost as high as what they were when they left California in Arizona. That's unreal, but very real. And it's happening, guys, and we need to pay attention. We need to pay attention to these things. As we go along here, we're going to continue the mission to help try and save you as much money as possible in the grocery stores. Got a question the other day. I get this from time to time. Why do I go to Kroger so much? Why do I go to Meijer so much? Well, I've been doing those two stores since the beginning of the channel, but not only that. We have a lot of viewers that do go to Meijer, and I will continue to do so until Meijer just gets kind of unreal on prices, which are starting to. But Kroger is unreal on prices, but it's a store that we can compare all across the country, right? Because if you don't have Kroger's, chances are you have a Kroger-owned store, right? Whether that's Mariano's, Dillon's, Food for Less out west, King Supers out west, and many other ones, Ralph's. You know, there's so many different Kroger-owned stores that we can compare notes. And, you know, in a lot of the other stores that we frequent, there's Aldi. Aldi is pretty much everywhere. Not everywhere, but a lot of places. Walmart, you know, some of these stores. I've gotten some requests to go back to Target and check out some of their food, as to where we don't really shop much at Target anymore. I will go back and I will check out the different Good and Gather products. It's getting kind of expensive. It's getting really expensive. You know, Target, I won't go into that, but, you know, it is a place where I know that some of our viewers, that's one of the biggest stores that they can shop at and save money, and I will be paying a visit back to Target here at some point as we go along, really trying to focus on prices and stuff with all the different holiday options. But I'll tell you what, it is getting hard to do that, guys. It is really hard to do that right now, because so many other things that people are asking me about, like we get comments for me to check out, and it's not just previous videos. You know, we're dating back videos. You know, we have new viewers that are seeing our videos from like a year or two ago. Like, people even comment, like, I can't believe what prices were a year ago. Like, if you go back and watch one of our old videos, go back about a year and a half, 2 years, watch one of the old Kroger videos, now watch. I think maybe I'm a little less shocked than I was 2 years ago, but it's still there, guys. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand. I do understand how it's all happening, but I don't understand why, at what point is it just going to all be unaffordable? Like, everything. It's crazy. It really is. You know, I go into the store every day, and as most of you know, I can sit there and I can point out 10 to 20 items. That's right, it's back. 10 to 20. I saw about 20 items yesterday at Kroger that have gone up in price. 20. Few of them that I haven't covered or seen in a while or never checked. So they could have been up for a little while. But since the last time I had checked, they had gone up in price. So have to note all of those different things, especially when we have people on the channel that are asking me to check things that, not so much on the price, just if they have it. Okay, there's things. Apparently, I guess pink salt is becoming an issue again. I always see Himalayan salt at Meijer. I know that it's far and few between at Dollar Tree. That stuff gets bought up. But if you can get it at Dollar Tree, that's the best deal. Somebody had said in the comments that they were able to find it at Trader Joe's, but places like Walmart, some other places that haven't had it. We see spices and things like that kind of get hit pretty hard at places like Walmart and Kroger and some of these other places before the holidays. That's not uncommon. But when we start seeing it everywhere, yes, that's an issue. Like when I was getting 1,000 comments about sugar missing, yeah, that's an issue. And we see less and less sugar every time we go to Walmart. The 10-pound bags, virtually, that's what everybody's buying to try and save like a couple pennies. $3.24 for the 4-pound bags, and they don't even have as much of those. I don't know, guys. Domino just went up. First time I seen Domino go up at Kroger in well over a year. It's been $5, and $5 is pretty expensive. So, you know, they were taking whatever they could get, I guess. But see, Domino probably knows that most people are buying the cheaper sugars. Okay. But at that high price, Domino still has a lot of faithful buyers. It's kind of like Crisco, right? Crisco has been a stupid high price over the last couple years, right? I mean, cooking oil in general has gone up immensely, but like nothing like Crisco. Crisco is crazy. Now, Kroger has had it on sale for $4.50 for both of them, the canola and the vegetable oil. And so that tells you that some other places are keeping the prices down and Crisco ain't making any money. Kind of the opposite with Domino is that maybe are they not making money? Is that why they rate 30-cent price increase though? I don't know. See, I would think that that would hurt Domino more than anything. It looks like it hurt Domino Sugar at places like Sam's Club. I go to Sam's Club and it's sitting there. Like, usually there'll be like just a few, or, for the times that I've seen that it's gone up in price, right? I mean, it's really gone up in price. Not like some of the other places. Because when you start comparing some of the cheaper sugars, the store brand sugars usually beat sugar, right? So it's not like the pure cane sugar that you're getting like out of Domino. So I hope some of you know that. I know I don't talk about that much on the channel, but it is Domino's arguably better for you, I guess. I mean, I use Domino. I've always used Domino, though. Sometimes you just have that product that you just swear by. But I don't use much sugar for anything anymore unless it's cooking. And we have considered using alternative sugars for cooking, like stevia and stuff like that. We've used that before. But guys, I'll tell you what, I wanted to talk about this tonight in tonight's coffee rant because we are starting to get, and it could be because our channel's really taken off. Our channel's taken off. We're getting more viewers. This is what we want, right? We need more information. We need people from different places all around the country and around the world to send photos of what's going on in real time, right? I mean, we get comments on this all the time, but I'll tell you what, there's nothing, and some of these, like, this is why, like, I do photos and videos in the stores, but I see people in other channels sometimes putting up pictures and stuff that other people have done. It's like, I don't know. I mean, if you said it was okay, I probably would try, but like I said, like when it comes to editing, it's hard enough to edit these videos every day. I start adding different words and stuff into it and other photos. It's a lot. It really is. Take my word for it. What takes now, these videos that I do, the coffee rants, are a little easier to edit. But boy, when I go to the store, like you guys don't know, like I'm doing like an hour to an hour and a half of footage every time I go to Kroger. And I have to narrow that down to 30 minutes or less. Now, a lot of those are bloopers, which I've considered putting blooper videos together, which, hey, I might hear in the future. But that's a lot of information on my camera and stuff like that I have to ultimately take out, or I'm not going to have any room for anything. I don't want, that's how I have to save money by, not using 1,000 different cards for the videos. I mean, it's tough. But guys, oh yeah, another viewer sent a pic. Two viewers, one out in California would send me a picture of some different coffee. Guys, I don't know. I hate to say it. Stock up on your coffee. Stock up on the coffee. It looked bad. No Folgers. And this was from one of our viewers out in California. But they had a couple of those smaller cans, but none of the bigger cans. Surprisingly, it looked like it was only $1 more than what we have here, which I thought it would be a lot more than that. I was surprised by that, at least. But it kind of looked like there was just a lot of different coffee missing. We're expecting shortages on coffee, but at the same time, we're seeing high prices on coffee. We're seeing coffee go up again. We're seeing coffee sales go up as well, not being as cheap as they used to. And I forgot to point out the other day, I said it was a good deal on the Pete's coffee, on the digital coupons, $7.99. Yeah, it's better than paying $12.49, but it's still higher than the last sale that we saw on it at $6.99. I don't know, guys. These kind of things could vary more and more from city to city as we go along here. Places that have more coffee may be able to sell it for less. Some of your stores may have a better deal on it. Our Walmart has really gone up on coffee. I mean, ridiculous. And if it stays there for another year and doesn't go up anymore, okay, that's fine. But I don't see that happening, guys. The more and more we see it go up at other grocery stores. See, Walmart has this thing where if it goes up too much, unless it's their own product, that's what kind of scares me a little bit, is that it's their own products that are going up in price. Now, that could mean a couple different things. They're paying more for the product. They're paying more for transportation. They're paying more employees. They're paying more for the employees that, hopefully they're giving the employees that have been there for years and years more money. At the same time, you're having to pay, lot more for minimum wage now because minimum wage has been forced upon people. And you know, how else do you live? How else do you live? I know people say, well, they should have forced minimum wage. Well, they should have forced minimum wage. It's, you know, yes or no. I'm juggling the ball around here. You know, it's like, how do people survive not making a certain amount of money? That should be the company's decision, though. You know, I mean, who am I to say, right? I don't know. I don't know. You try to look at making less than $15 an hour in today's day and age, though, seems impossible. I'm not the best at math, but you know, I'm all right. And I don't know how someone, if you're single, you can skim by and make it. You can skim by and make it. If you're married, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're both making $15 an hour or more, it's hard to do. You do the math. You do the math of what you're gonna eat. It's either I don't know. I don't know. People surprise me with their budget plans, though. People come up to me and they talk about how they're saving money in certain directions. There are other ways to save money other than just coupons in the store. There are apps like Rakuten or Ibotta, different shopping apps to where you do things a certain way and you save money a certain way, get money back. Some people have talked about the Meyer Imperks deal where you can not get money back, but you get money toward your purchase of things that you like. See, I don't know. I need to go back into the Meyer thing and work that out. I haven't because it's never really worked out for me. You know, I always do the Imperks thing as I go along, but it's a money system and a point system, and that just never, it always seems like you have to have a crazy amount of points to really save any amount of money. Now, I've bought a lot of stuff at Meijer, and I did get a $10 off coupon. I will say that. I did get a $10 off coupon about, 4 or 5 months ago, and I used that on my next trip. And I did get points. You get points. And there's ways you can get more points, but, you know, if you don't like that product, you're not going to get points on it. I don't know. But a lot of comments on these guys. Just wanted to bring this to your attention tonight. As we go along, I will be covering all of these things as we go on. Also, about California, I can't imagine some of the prices. You know, we always get comments from people from the East and West Coast and just how bad the prices are and how fortunate we are in the Midwest. I can't even imagine paying those prices. I can't imagine paying our prices, and I have to, right? It's just, and not talking about food for a second, look at everything else. Everything else, we were talking about Walmart the other day, and this is the saving grace at Walmart that I found was they have a lot of good stuff for cheap. Clothes, toys, tools, fishing gear. I mean, yeah, the car oil and stuff has gone up in price, but I mean, it's still cheaper than anywhere else. Their food prices, though, are what's really going up, and that's what's really going up in the world. They probably have no choice on some things. You know, I look at the things that were dirt cheap not that long ago, and it's like a box of saltine crackers for $1.72 or $1.74 at Walmart. It used to be, what, 88 cents a few years ago? I mean, I don't know. I know everything's gone up. Same at Aldi. Aldi still, theirs went up to $1.49. Their saltine crackers are $1.35 or something stupid. Excuse me. Take a sip of coffee here. I don't know. Like one of our viewers said one time, we got to keep our head on a swivel. I like that. I do. I like that because we do. We really do. We got to make sure we're paying attention to every little thing. Don't be fooled by the trickery. I see a lot more stores trying to do that these days. Aldi, I feel, is doing a better job. I gotta be honest with you, I didn't really like the whole digital thing they were doing at first with the digital stickers and all that. But it's better looking at a bunch of the wrong prices and going up to the register and then have to argue with somebody that, hey, the sticker was up there, you owe me this deal. A lot of places don't even do that anymore. I believe it's still a rule in Ohio. If it's up, whether it's expired or not, they have to give you the discount because it was up there. And who brings a magnifying glass to the store to look for the expiration date that you can barely see? I think my eyesight has actually gotten a little better over the years, me doing this on YouTube, just having to look at all those expiration dates all the time. But yes, and that is another thing. Make sure you're checking all the best if used by dates. We've been getting a lot of comments. People buying a lot of different products that have been past the best if used by dates. Now, I haven't heard any of these from like Kroger or Walmart. Somebody mentioned a couple stores. I think Piggly Wiggly was one of them. We don't have Piggly Wiggly around here. Giant Eagle was one of them. And that is, I think we have one of those up in Columbus or up near Cleveland, which I like to pay a visit to one time. And that's just one thing, you know, just, I always say, check all the best if used by dates. Always. Make sure you're getting the latest date possible. Always get the latest date possible because, you know, if you're like us and you're packing it away, you know, you're making sure that your pantry is full, you know, just in case anything ever happens. You know, we like staying ahead of the game, especially when we find a sale or a deal. You know, I may not need corn, but if it's on sale, yeah, you better believe I'm buying it up because it's going to save us. It's going to save us ultimately in the future. You do that with a lot of different products, you could save hundreds and hundreds of dollars in just a few months. Because you can go, for one, you're not going to have to buy it for a long time, right? Like, we got enough corn and vegetables probably to last us, I don't even know, a year, maybe? I don't know. Probably not that long. But, you know, if we have to, we can really ration that out as well. So, you know, different soups, things like that. Always good to check the best if used by dates because you know, it's where it could probably go way past that date. You know, the freshness. You know, if you're moving things around, always check your pantries too. Always check your pantries. Make sure that you're rotating out things. You know, if you buy a bunch more Del Monte's, canned vegetables, or different soups or anything like that, make sure you're rotating them out and that you're eating the other ones or pulling the other ones forward. Well, guys, that's going to do it for our coffee rant this evening. Thank you so much for joining. Never give up the fight. Have a great night.